Right then, after my finding somewhere to sleep lift adventure in Nottingham, I go back to Nottingham in the daytime for a proper lift adventure. And let's go mess with some lifts. And let's first go back to the really awesome lifts at the bus station. The old Otis with really loud levelling speed. Info cab's been modernised, the logic and motor is completely original. Let's surf it! Along to a hotel and up to the 10th floor, which is supposed to be locked. And up on the 10th floor is the conference area, which is all quiet and spooky. Along we go into the service area, where there is an old Otis lift and 3 old Otis dumb waiters. Just take a look at this. Notice this looks really old and atmospheric, especially with all those old Otis buttons. And sadly, the 3 old Otis dumb waiters were not working. And as well as that, the old Otis lift also wasn't working, which was really disappointing. So then, let's open it up and take a look down the shaft. Long way down! And now, we got caught on the 10th floor. Yeah, well, we thought nothing of it and carried on looking around the hotel and along into the main lifts, which have been modernised by Otis and go a really nice fast speed of 2.5 metres a second. Let's ride them!
Some of that actually, that one missing when we first
Doors closing. Ground floor reception.
And now let's surf them.
We're up full speed. How fast do you think this lift is?
And it turns out a member of staff at course actually was radioing through about us, and all of the people in the hotel were all dashing all over the hotel to try and find us because we'd disappeared and they knew we were up to something. And the reason why we disappeared was because we were on top of the lift and they couldn't find us. So after we realised they were on to us, we quickly dashed out of this hotel. And now along we go to this rather shit flats. These are just some modern crappy flats and the lift is so cheap. This is just the really cheapest of the cheap lifts. This one's actually MRL rather than hydraulic, so I suppose it's not the absolute cheapest, but oh bloody hell, it's cheap. The logic is just bad. It's just like this nasty circuit board from China. It's not PLC logic, it's not Leicester controls, it's actually worse. It's this horrible crap circuit board cobbled together logic, and the voice is a bodge on a modern lift. I mean, on old lifts often they add in voices and bodge them in, but for a modern lift to have a bodge voice, it's just awful. It's lifted to fire mode and the fire mode switch is on the ground floor and the fire floor is set to basement. So you turn it on to fire mode, lift shuts his doors, sods off down to basement. What idiot programmed that? Bloody hell. So then in the lift we go and let's just take a listen to how horrible this lift is and its awful bodge voice.
Sixth floor. Fifth floor. Fourth floor.
So then open up logic. This is what logic looks like. Really nasty logic. Oh, it's just awful.
It sounds like it's going to be a bit melt after a while.
CCTV in operation. Well, that's not going to stop us surfing a lift, is it? So then jump on top of this lift, and is cheap, typical crap generic lift, no chassis at all, horrible flimsy lift car. The only thing which is not flimsy is the motor. It's actually got a Zales lift motor.
Is it for real? That side stick will go. Looks like a socket. It's got something plugged in. Oh, wait, it's in there. Is this full speed? Is this full speed? Are you for real? Where's it going now? Back to the top.
And now go along to an Otis Gen 2. And this building's actually quite weird. It's actually originally just this fairly smallish sort of old sort of 30s building. They've added this massive block of flats on top of it. It's so weird. Now, there's actually some flats up above the shopping centre. So then, you sneak into a lift up to these flats. This lift's just in the middle of the shopping centre and it's locked off for residents only, but we still went in it. Now we go on to a sort of halfway weird little roof level area. So then up we go to the flats, and we didn't manage to surface lift because the drop key is all buggered up. So then along we go to the other block of flats. This one's even taller. This one actually has 26 floors, which is nice and tall. Sadly the lift's not that fast. It's an old Otis lift that's been horribly modernised, and all of the floors are locked off. And this again lift opens right up in the middle of a busy shopping centre. So let's put it into fire mode in front of everyone so you get up to the locked off floors. And now along we go to this car park. And what noise do you get to hear in the car park? Ba ba! Futuristic ThyssenKrupp with its really shit logic. So then, this lift goes up to a locked floor. Instead of two lifts, only one of them goes up to a locked floor, and there's cameras pointing at a lift on every single floor. But that's not going to stop us, so we jump on top of the lift and let's serve it. And this futuristic ThyssenKrupp has rather crap car top controls, but this one does actually have a chassis, which is nice to see. So let's go up to the locked floor. And there's some weird creepy store area. And now along we go to this old Schindler lift in. This car park has been modernised and it still has its original 2-speed levelling. Even though this one does actually have the shaft bars for intelligent levelling, it actually only runs at 2-speed levelling. And now, let me go to this modernised old Otis lift. And now, it's disco time!
Doors opening.
Along we go to car park.
Call it! Mama, quiet. Mama, quiet. Because that's quiet.